There's a belief many people carry as they age, that romance belongs to the past, that youth is gone, money isn't abundant, and appearances aren't what they used to be. Friends and family reinforce this. You're past that stage now. Dating at 60? Come on. Hearing this repeatedly, you start to believe it yourself. But after years of working closely with patients in this field, I've discovered something profound. That belief is completely false. Well, I'm Dr. Nerea Wolf, urologist and pelvic surgeon. And if you ever face questions or concerns about relationships, intimacy, or how your body changes with age, stay with us. We're here to help you understand yourself with clarity, dignity, and compassion. Today, I want to talk about the psychological principles that make men over 60 genuinely attractive, principles most people never learn. The myth society keeps selling you. Society delivers a relentless message. Age ends everything. Women only want younger men. Unless you're wealthy with a luxury car, no one will notice you. Turn on the television. Young actors dominate every screen. Advertisements feature models in their 20s and 30s living romance-filled lives. Slowly, we absorb this conditioning. Older men lack appeal. But I've met men in their 70s whom women in their 40s approach first. These aren't financially extravagant individuals. I've seen professional women express interest in men with modest incomes. One retired teacher I know is happily involved with an attorney 15 years younger. Another runs a small bookshop, and female customers consistently express interest. These men don't drive luxury cars or wear designer clothing. They're not chasing trends or pretending to be someone else. So what makes them different? The truth about attraction. Here's what matters. Attraction isn't purely biological. The psychological component is far more powerful. The dating industry has been lying to you. Youth equals attraction, they say. Age equals irrelevance. The truth is the opposite. Women across all age groups are exhausted by emotional immaturity in men. They're searching for something only a mature man can offer, something no amount of youthful energy can replicate. While other men in their 50s and 60s desperately try to appear younger, truly attractive men do the opposite. They weaponize the one thing younger men can never match. Instead of competing where they're disadvantaged, they dominate where they hold absolute advantage. What is that advantage? Outcome independence. It sounds complex, but it's simple. It's the ability to engage with women without needing anything from them. No need for validation, no urge to prove yourself, no desperation for approval. You're complete as you are. 99% of men never learn this concept. When you embody it, women literally cannot control their attraction to you. Why this changes everything. Most men try to impress women. I'm a good person. Notice me. I'm still relevant. This energy seeps through, even when unspoken. It shows in how eagerly they laugh, how they subtly brag, how they monitor reactions. Women feel this, and it's often unattractive. Now imagine, every man she's met has tried to impress her, convince her, prove his worth. Then, she meets someone genuinely content with himself. No performance, no facade. Psychologically, this is like catnip. It's so rare, she doesn't know how to resist. Women aren't drawn to what you have. They're drawn to what you don't need. Most men need validation, attention, affection from women. It shows. But a man completely okay without these things? Extremely rare. When he appears, a psychological vacuum forms, and women move toward it. The advantage younger men cannot have. Here's something remarkable. Younger men physically cannot embody this attitude. They're still forming their identity, still proving themselves to the world. They're searching for, who am I, and seeking external approval. But you've already lived. You know who you are. You've succeeded and failed. You've loved and lost. Every experience shaped you, and that's your unique weapon. The problem? Understanding this intellectually is different from embodying it. Most men grasp the concept but never internalize it. They know it in their heads but haven't developed it at an instinctive level. That's why I created a 12-minute daily practice to cultivate this quality from within. I call it the Indifference Activation Protocol. Why practice this? You might ask, do I really need to exercise to attract women? Listen carefully. This isn't for them. It's for you to become your most powerful version. This isn't about changing yourself to please women. It's about removing invisible barriers that have blocked your natural magnetism for years. Here's how it works. First 3 minutes, feel deeply that your life right now, exactly as it is satisfying enough. You don't need a relationship to be okay. You don't need validation from women. You don't need romance to complete you. You don't need a relationship to confirm your worth. Just practice genuine contentment. This becomes the foundation of real confidence. Next 4 minutes, visualize conversing with an attractive woman, but without any agenda. You're simply enjoying the moment. No outcome desired, no pushing, just appreciating the conversation itself. No attachment to what happens next. This rewires your brain. It stops the compulsion to seek approval from women. Final 5 minutes, affirm your own value. Independent of anyone's judgment, recall what you've accomplished, the wisdom you've gained, the experiences you've lived, not to show anyone, but to genuinely honor your own journey. This builds unshakable self-respect. The paradox. Something fascinating happens here. The less you try to attract women, the more attractive you become. It's paradoxical. This is the ultimate contradiction. And most men never realize it because it contradicts instinct. Let me share a patient's story. A 68-year-old man tried this at a cafe. He didn't try to impress the 52-year-old woman sitting nearby. He just read his book, not attempting conversation, not seeking attention, fully absorbed in his reading. Within 10 minutes, she initiated conversation. She asked what he was reading. The dialogue flowed naturally. By the end, she asked for his number. They've been happily together for 2 years. While other men buy expensive clothes, undergo hair transplants, and flaunt wealth, you cultivate something money can't buy and age can't steal. I call this quiet confidence. This is the true trigger of attraction, the ultimate catalyst. What women really sense. Women sense desperation from miles away, like a scent, but they're magnetically drawn to men completely comfortable with themselves. This doesn't mean being cold or rude. It means being genuinely at peace with who you are. When you apply this correctly, something delightful happens. Women treat you differently. They're warmer, more engaged, more curious. They come to you. You're not chasing, they're showing interest. Instead of pursuing, they pursue. And here's what surprised my patients. Younger women started noticing them too. Not because they pretended to be young, but because they demonstrated something most men never possess. Complete self-ownership. A rare quality. The problem. Most men face. But there's an issue. Most men over 60 are too accustomed to old patterns to try something new. They repeat methods that haven't worked for years. They compete with youth and money instead of leveraging their actual strengths. Instead of using the advantages they genuinely possess, they compete where they have none. Men who start this practice immediately see results within weeks. Those who procrastinate, make excuses, keep waiting, they remain invisible forever. The transformation. When you master outcome independence, you stop worrying about age. Wherever you go, you know you bring value, not because of your bank balance or hairline, but because of the person you've become through decades of living. This isn't pretending to be someone else. It's becoming the most attractive version of who you already are. Start that 12-minute practice tomorrow morning. Outcome independence isn't just about attraction, it's about becoming who you were always meant to be. You're not too old. You're not too old. With one shift in mindset, you can become magnetically attractive again. That change can start right now. When you genuinely respect yourself and feel sufficient without external validation, real attraction begins. And that attraction deepens and strengthens with age. Younger men can't imitate this. Why? Because it's forged by time, sculpted by experience, and gifted by life itself. As always, take care of yourself, because you're worth it.